Have you been waiting for relief, wondering if the night will ever end? What if the answer is closer than you think? Allah does not test without purpose, and He does not keep a believer in pain forever. There are moments when mercy begins to approach, when your situation starts changing in ways the eyes may miss, but the heart can feel. Tonight, listen carefully. These are the signs that your hardship may be lifting, that your dua is being accepted, and that Allah is preparing something better than you imagined. There comes a moment in hardship when the chest that once felt tight begins to loosen, not because the problem disappeared, but because something inside you changed. You lower your head in prayer, and suddenly the conversation feels real. Your tears arrive without force. You are no longer performing worship, you are arriving at it. A softened heart is a gift many people do not recognize. It is the shift from asking, "Why is this happening to me?" to whispering, "Ya Allah, keep me close to you, no matter what happens." The pain that once pushed you toward frustration now pushes you toward the prayer mat. The loneliness that once felt empty now feels occupied by divine nearness. You begin to notice humility settling in your words. Arrogance weakens, complaints reduce. Even when you speak about your struggle, it carries hope. You feel shy to disobey the one who is caring for you in unseen ways. Your relationship with Allah becomes less about transactions and more about attachment. This tenderness is not random. It is preparation. Allah polishes hearts before opening doors. When mercy is approaching, He allows you to taste intimacy with Him, so you understand where relief truly comes from. The sweetness of turning back becomes greater than the sweetness of the world returning to you. Guard that softness carefully. Protect it from distractions, from heedlessness, from returning to old habits. Many people pray for ease, but few are given a heart that melts in remembrance. If you have it, you are already being carried towards something beautiful. At first, letting go feels impossible. The habits cling to you, the environment calls you back, and the nafs argues that nothing is wrong. Yet slowly, a strange discomfort begins to grow. What once felt normal now leaves a heaviness in the chest. You walk away from certain conversations and wonder why they drain you. The laughter fades quicker. The aftertaste is regret. This is not loss, it is awakening. Allah is educating your soul. He allows you to feel the weight of what harms you so you can finally desire freedom from it. You start choosing differently, not because someone is watching, but because you cannot bear disappointing the one who sees everything. Even small acts of obedience begin to feel precious, like secret gifts you carry for your Lord. You notice your schedule reshaping itself. Moments that used to be wasted begin to invite remembrance. You search for halal alternatives. You feel a quiet happiness when you resist temptation, even if nobody applauds. A private victory becomes more satisfying than public approval. This transformation is a sign of divine care. When Allah intends goodness for someone, He changes what they love. He removes the sweetness from what distances them and plants tranquility in what brings them near. Your heart is being reprogrammed toward eternity. Do not romanticize the struggle, but appreciate it. The battle within you is evidence that faith is alive. Keep asking for firmness. Keep turning back after every slip. What feels heavy today may be the very chain Allah is breaking, so you can walk into relief tomorrow. You make a supplication, and nothing seems to move. Days pass, then months, and the silence can feel louder than rejection. Yet beneath the surface, arrangements are unfolding in ways you cannot see. What appears delayed is often being perfected. Allah is aligning timing people, protection, and wisdom, so the answer arrives, carrying goodness you did not even know to request. Then, something subtle happens. Opportunities begin appearing from directions you never planned. A conversation shifts. A risk is removed. A path clears after being blocked again and again. You start noticing patterns of ease, placed gently between moments of difficulty, like breaths of mercy, so you do not collapse. These openings are rarely dramatic. They come quietly, almost shyly, so only a grateful heart will recognize them. You realize that every sincere call was preserved, none wasted, none ignored. The response may not mirror your exact words, but it fits your life better than your imagination ever could. With each small breakthrough, your certainty deepens. You understand that Allah was never absent from your story. He was writing it carefully, protecting you from outcomes that would have harmed you, even if you once begged for them. What you receive begins to feel personal, intimate, chosen. This is when trust matures. You stop measuring acceptance by speed. You measure it by wisdom. The heart learns to relax because it has seen evidence of care repeated too many times to deny. Keep calling upon Him. The doors that open are invitations, and behind them are mercies still waiting to meet you. There is a mysterious shift that happens when gratitude begins to bloom in the middle of difficulty. Nothing outside may have changed, yet the way you look at everything becomes illuminated. You start noticing what remains instead of what was taken. Breath becomes a gift. Guidance becomes a treasure. Even the ability to turn to Allah feels like a miracle you did not earn. This kind of thankfulness is not naive. It is born from recognizing that the one who tests is also the one who sustains. You begin to see protection in closed roads and mercy in delays. What once felt like deprivation now appears as direction. Your heart whispers, "You chose this for me, so there must be good in it." And that whisper carries a calm the world cannot manufacture. Gratitude during ease is common. Gratitude while aching is rare. When it grows within you, it signals elevation. Allah is teaching you to see with faith, not just with sight. You are being raised above panic, above comparison, above despair. You find yourself thanking Him for lessons, for patience, for the strength to continue. Tears still fall, but they are mixed with hope rather than bitterness. You are wounded, yet aware of being cared for. Hold tightly to this vision. A grateful servant is never empty-handed. When appreciation lives in the heart, more gifts are already on their way. Sometimes the blessing is not the removal of hardship, but the transformation of who you become while walking through it. If you recognize these signs, thank Allah and hold tighter to Him. Relief may be nearer than you ever imagined. If this reminder touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Profound Deen so more souls can find hope. May Allah replace every tear with ease, every fear with security, and every delay with something beautiful. Ameen. Comment, Ya Allah, carry me to my relief, and believe it is coming.